Hey guys, Sarah here from Recovering Book Hoarder, and it is a snow day today. So it's later, let's say it's like, I don't know, almost 5 o'clock. And, oh, it's day 17 of Vlogmas today. But we had a snowstorm here in the suburbs of Pittsburgh yesterday, and it is snowing again. But the roads were quite bad this morning and for most of the day today, so I opted to work from home. So I did put in a full day working on a project that I would really like to get done before I start my Christmas vacation, which officially starts Tuesday, upcoming 22nd, I think that is. And I'm super excited, but I really need to get this project done. So I had set myself a goal for today. I did hit that goal, and tomorrow, fingers crossed, I will finish that project. And yeah, so it's snowy. I think that you can see that outside my window, I'm assuming. Hopefully it doesn't have too much of a glare. But I really just want to sit here and read and stare out my window, drink some coffee. So I decided that today we will do another try a chapter tag. I think today's try a chapter will be, I think they're all historical fiction. I'm pretty sure. we'll find out. At the very least, it's fiction. I think they're all historical. So for whatever reason, whenever I do try chapters, I always feel like I need to do 5. So I picked 5 books. These are books that I had ordered just based on liking the description or hearing somebody else talk about them, and haven't actually read any of them. 2 of these I have read the authors before. Although the one, I can't remember what it was that she wrote on top of this one, but I know I've read her before. And then 3 are new to me authors. So we will just start with the top of the pile and work our way down. All right, so book number 1 is a new to me author, and that is The Charm Bracelet by Viola Shipman. And I don't know what it's about, so I'll let you know what it's about after I read the first chapter. All right, this one does have a prologue. The Half-Heart Charm, to life where we're never separated. So I wonder if each chapter is named after it. Well, at least the parts are. Let's see. All right, so each part of the book is named after a charm of some kind. All right, that's cool. I like it. All right, yeah, and the beginning starts out in 1953, so historical. I can already tell I'm going to like this. I love charm bracelets. I absolutely love them. One of my favorite gifts was a charm bracelet from my friend Christine. And they are just, I love them because it's like a record of things that you like, and it's a really personal gift. And so I just have to read you, there's this little poem that they do here, this little girl and her mom, and it's about a charm bracelet. So the mom gives her a new charm every, like, each birthday, and then whenever different things happen in her life. And then they always say this poem together. And it says, "This charm is to let you know that every step along the way, I have loved you so. So each time you open up a little box from me, remember that it really all began with you and me." I love that. I think it's just beautiful. A beautiful relationship between a mother and a daughter. That's perfection. Okay, so I love this. I love this book, and I can't wait to actually read it. Based on the prologue, I would guess that this is going to be a 5-star read, in all honesty. And just that first little bit that I read, there are already several passages that I wanted to highlight because the writing is just beautiful. So that is for sure a keeper. And it's not historical fiction. My guess is that it probably jumps around timeline-wise. But it was 1953 when we started, and then at the end of that chapter, the character that we read about was 70. So I'm guessing it's going to go back and forth in time. Yeah, like chapter 28's 1985. So I think it's going to be a life story. It says, a compelling story of 3 women and a beautiful reminder of the preciousness of family. The charm bracelet is a keepsake you'll cherish long after the final page. I think I will agree with that. So that one's definitely sticking around. All right, next, an author that I have read, although it has been, I don't even know how many years since I read one of her books. And that is Beauchamp by Danielle Steele. I'm guessing you say it Beauchamp, because I'm just thinking back to Outlander and how they say her name. But I'll be honest, I always want to say Beauchamp. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Beauchamp. Anyway, okay, so let me check out the first chapter of this, and then I'll let you know what it's about, and if I think it's going to be any good, if I'm going to keep it, it's going to go on. Oh my goodness. She has written so many books. This is her, that's the list of all the books she's written. She's unreal. So it has been many, many, many years since I've read Danielle Steele. And the books that I have read of hers, I really liked. One of my favorites was Star. And The Promise. I really enjoyed The Promise also. Yeah, she's got so many books. I really haven't read that many though. If I like this one, maybe I should go back and start reading Danielle Steele's novels. That could be fun. Look at my cup. This is one of my newest. Isn't this like the cutest guy ever? My little snowman. My husband hates him because like it's real thin up here and then it gets pretty big down this way, and like it's cut out where his feet are inside, and so he's having a really hard time washing it. So I have to make sure that I fill it with soap and water so that there's no like ring around in there because it's impossible to get out. So, but I love this little guy. He's my favorite mug currently. He's fun. You guys can probably hear my parakeets. We have parakeets that live in our basement that we inherited from my grandfather. And usually I don't hear them. It's whenever I sit down to edit my videos that I'm like, you can totally hear those birds on this video. So please excuse the parakeets. Okay, just finished chapter 1 of Beauchamp, and I liked it. I want to read more. I would not call it a 5-star first chapter by any means. The main character has been with this guy, dating him for like 11 years or something like that, and he's a jerk. They don't come right out and say like he's a jerk, but he's a jerk. So based on the synopsis, I read that too. She ends up being betrayed by the guy and her best friend, and ends up making an impulsive move and traveling to England to check out the town where her favorite show, Beauchamp, is taped. And it's supposed to be, it sounds like it has a lot of Downton Abbey vibes. They refer to it as Upstairs, Downstairs, which I know is the show that Downton Abbey was originally based on. So, yeah, I liked it. I'm gonna keep it. Not a 5-star first chapter, but still enough to definitely pique my interest. I'm excited to travel to England in here. Not historical fiction. This definitely takes place now. And yeah, so, okay. That's our second book. Book number 3. The Things We Cherished by Jenoff. And I believe this is a war. This is about World War II, I think. We'll see. All right. Let me check out this first chapter, and then I will come back and talk. Okay, finished the first chapter of The Things We Cherished by Pam Jenoff. And this has definitely piqued my interest. So it starts out in 2009 in Philadelphia. And I glanced to see that the next chapter starts in Bavaria in 1903. So this is a World War II book about the brother of a Holocaust hero. They like compare him to like Schindler from Schindler's List, who saved like thousands of children during the Holocaust. His brother has been accused of Nazi war crimes, which included the hero brother getting caught and the death of a lot of children, of Jewish children. And so this lawyer has been asked to help collect forensic evidence in an attempt to prevent this guy from being sent to jail for the rest of his life. So don't know if he's actually innocent or guilty. He's refusing to speak, which is why they need to find forensic evidence to support their case, as opposed to him testifying for himself. And then it seems like there's a love story in here too. It was an ex-boyfriend of the one lawyer who approached her and said, I really need your help with this because you're the best at the forensics. So it definitely sounds good. For sure keeping this one. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm definitely piqued. 5-star read? Maybe. If I had to guess, I'm thinking this might end up being 4 stars. We'll see. Okay, next up. Oh, another new to me author. And that is Coney, a novel by Amram Decovny, I think is how you say it. I really, really love Coney Island stories and things that take place like in Coney and back at Luna Park and that kind of thing. So I had never heard of this before. Kind of found this one by accident and ended up buying it. I think I found this at the Half Price Books clearance sale last year. So, okay, let's take a look at it and I'll let you know what I think. So, this one's tougher. This is also takes place around World War II, but New York, Coney Island, New York. And in the first chapter, you meet a 15-year-old who accidentally meets a dwarf who owns a bicycle repair shop. And the dwarf offers him a job at running betting slips to the circus freaks from Coney Island, which is how they're referred to in here. I did not love this first chapter. And, okay, when I read Stephen King, there's always something in his books that, like, almost gives me a sick feeling in my stomach. Like, I think something really bad's gonna happen. It's something about his writing, like, makes me feel sick. And this first chapter was kind of that same way. But this premise is still very intriguing to me. It is a coming-of-age story. And I don't want to give up yet. I really did consider getting rid of this one. But whenever I read the premise in the front, I can't get myself to give it up yet. I feel like I need to give it a few more chapters before I can make a real decision. So for now, we are going to keep it. At this point, definitely not anticipating a 5-star read. Because like I said, it may end up getting DNF'd, but I just can't give it up yet. So, alright, keeping this one. But of the ones I've read so far, this would definitely be my least favorite. Maybe at the end, we'll kind of go through which ones I think are the best to the least. So, okay. One last one is an author that I have read before. I'm going to have to look because I can't remember what it was. And that's The Dollhouse by Fiona Davis. So what else did Fiona Davis write? And of course it's not listed in here. Let's see. This is her first novel, it says. But I swear I've read something else by her, so she must have something else out. Alright, let's give this one a shot. Okay, so just looked up Fiona Davis to see what else she has written, and I was wrong. I have not read her. I think where the confusion lies for me is she wrote a book called The Address, and the cover of that book looks very much like The Gown, which I have read and loved. So no. So Fiona Davis is actually a first-time author for me. This one sounds good. Right now, I would predict it's going to be a 3-star read. It is about the Barbizon Hotel, which was very famous in New York back in like the 50s. Grace Kelly, Candice Bergen, who else did they say? They named somebody else that was there, but it has changed from a hotel to condos. And there were several like hanger-on type of older women who they couldn't kick out, but that they relegated down to the 4th floor, all of them. And so there's a journalist that's living there now who becomes very intrigued by one of those older residents and has just found out that she was involved in a scandal back in the day. And she's going to start investigating it. And her life is going to change because of it, is the sense that I get. So, holding on to this one too. Like I said, I'm predicting it's going to be a 3-star read. So, let's go through the books that we tried. Okay, so based on reading the first chapters, my guess as to the one I'm going to like from the best to the least is, I think the Charm Bracelet will be my favorite. I predict this is going to be a 5-star read. Next would be The Things That We Cherished. I am predicting a 4-star for this. Then Beauchamp Hall, I'm guessing 3 or 4 stars. The Dollhouse would be the next one, and I'm thinking that's going to be 3-star read. And then Coney, possible DNF, based on that first chapter. But I need to read some more to know for sure. So, we'll see on this one. All right, so that's it. Those are our 4 books in order from from favorite to least favorite. And yeah, not bad. I have some books I'm looking forward to now. So, all right, guys. That's all for day 17 of Vlogmas. I think, right? 17? I think so. All right, so I'll see you guys I'll see you guys yesterday. No, wrong. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.